Hello everyone, I'm the Arcane Storyteller, and today I'll be teaching you how to draw dragons. Now, today is going to be a simple side view, and then in later episodes, we will learn how to draw more dynamic poses. Let's begin. So first we're going to start off on where our dragon's head is going to be. So I'm going to put it right here. Then we follow it by the layout of the body. Nice. Curve. Second, you're going to follow the layout of which you made and draw where essentially your dragon's back and spine will be. And we'll just end it right there. Alright, now we're going to make the layout for where our dragon's front arms are going to be. Like that. And it'd be like that. Do the same for the arm on the other side. Take note that when you go to form the more defined version of your dragon's front arms, you may not be able to see the second arm because of the direction you are viewing it from. Since this is a side view, we may not be able to completely see the second arm right here. Now let's make the layout for our dragon's back legs. Make them about where the curve you made for your dragon's body foundation, which is this line right here. Make it about where the line begins to curve up for a second time, so right here. Angle your line forward, and stop, and go back, and stop, and create the foot, and stop. Do the same for the second back leg. Oops. Do the same for the second back leg. And there we go. Now, let's make the underbelly of our dragon. Draw out from where your dragon's head is. Now for the chest. Have the chest be about this length from where the two front arms begin on your dragon's layout. Because in this, it can be this far, but I mostly do it because there's a lot of muscle right there. Then arch it back up to right about here in the middle of your layout. Then arch it back down. Then curve it back up again. And have it go back down to where you then complete the tail. Now, what you do is we're going to make the shoulder, the front shoulder, or the shoulder of our dragon, or one of the shoulders. Make a circle, then and this circle is going to represent your shoulder. Now let's move down the leg. Make a second circle where the joint, where you're going to have the shoulder, then the arm, and then the elbow joint. Then make a third circle for where the foot and the ankle are going to be. Now, connect the dots, connect the two circles, and then there we have the first half of our dragon's arm. Excuse me. Now, connect the two circles on the bottom, the elbow to the ankle and the foot. Now, to make the foot and the toes or fingers, you have two circles, but then you connect and also take note, making a rectangle around your circle can also help you and guide you in connecting the fingers to your dragon's feet. Now, just add the claws. This view, we're not going to be able to see the second leg because they're both, the one that's facing towards us is blocking the other, blocking the view of the other. Now let's fix up our dragon's chest. Now that we have a little bit more guidance because of the arm. Now let's make our dragon's back leg, or back legs. Make two circles and join them together like we did with our dragon's front leg. The hip to the knee, then the knee to the ankle. Then the ankle to the foot. Excuse my stylus's glitch. The dragon's going to have a really long back feet. Then make the toes. Now, do this for the second leg. Now the way I did it here, the dragons, our dragon's other second back leg is facing towards us a little bit. So it's kind of turned towards us. Whoa, what happened there? There we go. Alrighty. There we go. Let's do some touching up there. Now, time to finish our dragon's head. So, make a circle on where the snout is going to end. Then, just like before, connect the dots. Then, for the jaw, make a second circle, and then draw down a little bit, and then curve towards the new circle that you just created. And then, for our dragon's underbelly, move it like this. And then complete it. Now, for the horns. We're just going to do something pretty standard. Later on, we'll get into more ornate types of horns and features on our dragon in later episodes. Make a circle like I just did, and then complete the horn. Now you won't be able to see the other horn because the horn that is facing us blocks the view of it. Now, let's zoom in. The nose is one of the easiest parts for making, is one of the most easiest parts to make on your dragon. Draw a line downwards to about the center of the circle that represents the end of your dragon's snout. Then simply draw a curved line like this, and then another line to represent the nostril. Now, for the eye, it's a little trickier, but still simple. On the edge, on the top edge of the circle that represents the base of your dragon's head, move downwards, and stop right about the center of your circle. This right here is where your dragon's eye will be. So now, just draw the socket. Let's do a little touch up there. Draw the socket, then the pupil. And that. Then after that, you draw the brow, then you do a little touch-up work. There we go. Now, for the wings. Let's zoom out a little bit more. Make a second circle right above the circle that represents your dragon's shoulder. Curve outwards from it to represent the foundation of where your dragon's wing is going to be. Then, curve both the lines inward. Then, stop drawing the lines forward. Then make a second circle. Then, draw your lines at another angle. Then draw a third circle, and here this is when you're going to draw your dragon's fingers. First, let's draw some guides for them. I don't know why the tablet is doing that. Alright, those are the guides for the wings' fingers. Now, just draw around them. Let's rotate this. Let's do a little touch up over here. Now, what we do is we just connect the membrane in between. Now, for the last bit of the membrane, the wing membrane, you connect it to right about where the arch of right about where the first arch of the body's foundation is. And then you just draw a line representing the separation of the side of your dragon to your dragon's wing. And let's do a little cleanup. Let's clean this up a little bit. Oops. make that leg a little thicker. Okay, there we go. Now, that's how to make a basic dragon. Next episode, I will teach you a little bit more cleanup tips and how to add a little bit more detail to it. Anyway, see you guys. Hope you guys have had a good Tuesday, and see you next week.